Get a little. Is this what you wanted here? This is a good one. This is what you wanted. Yeah. This is what you wanted. You might have to hit refresh. Hans is on. Let's go, Hans. Hans is a good guy.
I said I wish that we could stay here, but I fear
we good? It's usually behind a little.
Chasing the rising sun. Gotta pack our bags to Senston. We're heading southbound to the next town.
Oh, we're in there.
Lay me down. Lay me down.
All right, guys, we're going to get started in about 2 minutes. So take the next, 120 seconds here to promote these to anybody new you'd like to get on, anybody you'd like to share tonight's concept with, we'll be sharing. Anybody you'd like to share the products with, we'll have some good product knowledge shared tonight. Anybody you want to take the next, minute and a half here to get on, maybe you think that they'd be interested in making some part-time income, whatever it is, feel free to take the next minute to share it with your friends.
Nice music.
So that's what we said.
Engage.
And I feel our time has come, and we can walk down to the ocean and sit with the rising sun. So unpack your bags this instant, and we're running from town to town.
Good turn, a nice cut, bro.
And now that we've arrived so safely, baby, you can lay me down.
Oh, lay me down.
Lay me down. Lay me down. Girl, and I've been running around with you. It's the afternoon, and we got nothing left to do, so wipe the dirt off, or take your shirt off, and we should go to the canteen. We got work off. I said it's hot outside, let me go swimming in your eyes.
All right. You ready, T? All right. Good evening, everyone. If you're just tuning in, good afternoon for those in the West Coast, maybe if you're in a different country. But I'm sitting here with my good friend Turner Simon. If you're on the call and you can hear us clearly and you can see us clearly, feel free to shoot one of us a text message just to let us know we're coming through good. That'd be really, really appreciated. Technical errors are always annoying. But excited tonight, guys. We got some great stuff coming. Explaining the VEMA opportunity. If you, like I said, if you're just tuning in to what's going on, keep an open mind. Matching gray shirts, I see. Interesting. Keep an open mind to what you have tonight. My name's Anton Neugebauer. I'm 21 years old. I'll be 22 in like a week and a half here. Turner, 21 also. Be 22 in the spring, in a month. So, guys, excited to share the VEMA concept tonight. Excited to share the VEMA opportunity. If you're new to what's going on, which I would assume some of you are, keep an open mind tonight. Because if I hadn't kept an open mind, 2.5 years ago, I definitely wouldn't be the person I am today. And I feel blessed and grateful every single day that I was introduced to this thing. So I'm going to get right into it, guys, because I know it's late. Some of you over here on the East Coast, 10:36 here. So I'm going to get right into what we're working on with the concept we're working on, why your friend brought you onto the call tonight, why your friend shared this link with you, why your friend's so excited, talking about energy drinks, BMWs, whatever they're talking about. So we work with this company called VEMA, VEMMA. Vitamins, essential minerals, mangosteen, which is a fruit from Southeast Asia I had never heard of, and aloe vera. If you've ever had sunburn before, you rub aloe vera on your skin. So this company, VEMA, is based out of Scottsdale, Arizona. It started in 2004 with a 2-ounce liquid multivitamin shot that adults would take twice daily from a 32-ounce bottle. So you'd pour it out into your cool little VEMA shot glass. You'd take it. And they took a non-desired thing to do, taking pill capsule vitamins, because nobody wakes up and is like, I can't wait to take my Centrum Men's one a day. Doesn't happen. It used to happen with like Flintstones, chewable multivitamins. I used to try and like sneak 4 or 5 extra of those things from my mom. She would tell me they're bad for me. But anyway, they took a non-desired thing to do, and they made it desirable by putting it into a liquid form. It's a lot easier to consume. Some people would mix it with water, and it would just go down right as the thing they would drink in the morning. Since then, guys, they've expanded their product line. They've expanded it from just that liquid multivitamin. They went to this Verve drink here, which is the official drink of the Phoenix Suns. If you watch basketball at all, got this cool little flip book here. Then they expanded to this product called Bold, which has a little bit more caffeine in it, designed to be, have a little bit more energy, maybe even a pre-workout concept. Perfect. Got my little flip book here. Got a product called Partea. If you live in the South, sweet tea is a big thing that gets consumed all over the place down there. Coffee. Anybody who works a job drinks coffee in the morning. You don't just have to have a job to drink coffee in the morning. My mom drinks a job, and she owns her own business. So anybody who drinks coffee, introducing the coffee product. We've got a sugar-free product, and then Remix, which is $2 a can. So it competes with Red Bull. Still very, very good for you. There's a little bit less of the Vima formula in it, so the price point is a little bit better. So if you know somebody that's drinking, on college campuses, obviously older than 21, Red Bull and vodka all the time, introduce them to this. Get them on as a customer. Just share with them a better product than they're already spending money on. I heard about this concept, and I got really, really excited. One, over the product, because I realized, wow, I could transfer my dollars from Red Bull, Monster, Rockstar, Starbucks, $4 or $5 a drink every single day. As a college student, I was spending money on coffee in the morning, and then later in the day, I was crashing, getting ready to do homework, playing Xbox, whatever I was doing, spending money on energy drinks, stuff like that all the time. So I could transfer my dollars from that to this to just simply get a better product for my life. I've always been interested in health. I've always been an athlete. I know that, certain products are bad for me. Red Bull, I hate to bash it, but it's banned in like the UK. Pretty sure you can't even drink it in France, which is ridiculous that people slug that stuff over here in the States and it's banned in other countries. Doesn't really make sense. So healthy product, 12 full spectrum vitamins and antioxidants plus plant source minerals, natural caffeine from guarana seed extract. It's got a powerful blend of energy enhancing nutrients, and Verve has been clinically studied. I don't think I can name any other energy drink ever that's been clinically studied. You know of any?
I do not.
No? None? Okay, good. Wanted to make sure I was, credible on that. Since then, they've expanded to a body line. If anyone's ever seen Biggest Loser, or I believe it's Home Makeover Extreme Weight Loss, is that correct?
Yeah.
Chris and Heidi Powell, the trainers for that show, NBC's Biggest Loser, have designed our weight loss line. There's the Body Burn product, which has got 20 grams of protein in it. It's a thermogenic weight loss. It's designed to speed up your metabolism and help you lose weight a little bit faster, sweat a little bit more, burn some more fat. Now we've got Body Build, which is something I'm really, 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 really excited about. It competes with Muscle Milk in the sense that it's a ready-to-drink protein shake. There's no blender, there's no shaker, there's no mixing. It's ready to drink. Take it out of the fridge, take it out of your gym bag, whatever you want to do. Crack it open, protein right there. 25 grams of protein, and there's a lot of other really, really cool stuff added in it that I'm, to be honest, not 100% sure of yet because the product isn't even out yet, so I can't even really read too much into it. So, guys, great products, right place, right time when it comes to that. Vima will be a very, very big company. We could just, rely on the products. You look at why companies really, really get big, relies on the product. You look at Uggs. They weren't even that attractive of a shoe, but it was a good product that kept women's and some men's feet warm. It got big because it was a good product. It wasn't even that good looking. You look at Snapchat, great product. Social media, and just pretty much got lucky with that one. Great product. Everybody loves it. I don't know anybody that doesn't like Snapchat. If they deleted it, that's because they were using it too much and they wanted to get off of it. So you look at what's going on in our age group right now and why companies get big. It's because people enjoy their products. So as a Vima affiliate, I fell in love with the product first. I loved what it's done for my lifestyle. And Turner, was just talking on a call a moment ago. He was saying that he hasn't been sick in a year and a half. Just because he's been consuming Vima's products, the amount of vitamin C, and it really boosts your immune system. It's liquid multivitamin delivery method. It's 88% more bioavailable. We could talk on the products for hours, guys, but I've got 5 things I'm going to share quickly, and then Turner's going to get into the value of building this business, what it's done for him, share a little bit of his story, and explain, like I said, the value in building a network marketing business. And I think a lot of you will really relate, and a lot of the stuff he shares will resonate with you guys. So, guys, the 5 things I want to bring you tonight that I think will really help everybody make the decision that, maybe this might not be for you, but this is a great idea for somebody you may know. And for me, these are things that really brought me to the conclusion that Vima was a logical decision, that it's something that I could not pass up. So I heard about this thing when I was 19 years old. My buddy Luke Kish went to San Diego State. Vima's based out of Scottsdale, Arizona, and doesn't spend a single dollar on advertising. So Luke heard about it through a friend, word of mouth advertising, kind of like the Zuckerberg, Facebook, Harvard concept, where Mark Zuckerberg told a few friends, he told a few friends, he told a few friends, and then Justin Timberlake wakes up with that chick in Stanford. Well, it started at Arizona State, naturally, it being the closest campus to where Vima's plant is, Scottsdale, Arizona, and it spread to San Diego State, where Luke was going to school. One of my best friends from high school. Luke brought it back to the East Coast. He saw it was wide open over here. Nobody knew about it, so he introduced it to me. I initially blew him off. I didn't take him seriously. I thought it was too good to be true. And if you're on here tonight and that's something that came to mind, that's a natural feeling. We're all taught, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. But if every opportunity were too good to be true, you would never find a true opportunity. So I saw this for the second time that it came around to me through my buddy Andrew Yeager. After Luke introduced it to Andrew, Andrew came to me and he was like, look, man, me and Luke are doing this thing. We're taking it pretty serious. You're the first person we came to. And I was like, dude, I'm first? All right, I got to check it out at least. So I checked it out, and I learned all those things I touched on in the company, that it was on the Dr. Oz show a few times. It was the official drink of the Phoenix Suns. The Chris and Heidi Powell were the weight loss trainers behind our weight loss line. And I saw the credibility. I was like, okay, good product, going to get really, really big. I looked at where that company was going. People follow people who know where they're going. And I looked where that company was going, and that year, Vima ended up doing $117 million in sales in 2012, I'm sorry. 2013, we did $221 million in sales. So in just a year, it doubled, and I recognized that. And moving forward from that, this year we'll do close to $300 million. And predictions to 2015 with the new Body Build coming out, that ready-to-drink shake, no network marketing company has ever done that before. You look at like companies like Avon with like Moms and Lotion. They did $11.9 billion in sales this past year. Moms and Lotion. My mom just figured out how to work an iPhone yesterday, which is ridiculous. And they can build that company to $11.9 billion, like rubbing lotion on each other's arms and getting good results with their psoriasis or whatever it was. So these companies get really big, and you look like what a company with young people could do. You look at like where this thing could go. So I had depth of vision with that. I saw where Vima was going. So in 2015, my prediction, I think we could do $500 million in sales, 500 million. I don't think that there's much that could stop us. We're gearing up to have a really, really big year. So if you're looking for, something to work on in 2015 to build some income, long-term, an asset, Turner will talk on that. Definitely something to look into. I touched on Body Build. You look at like the economy, guys, and I think this is something that everybody should take a second and step back and really look at and think about logically. What's going on in the economy right now? What's going on with student loans? JP Morgan, one of the biggest and most well-known banks in the United States, stopped giving out student loans because there was no return on their investment. So that's should be like a shocker. I paused there for a minute because that caught my attention. I was like, wow, we're onto something big. Young people are being forced to find alternative ways to create income because the opportunities just flat out aren't there anymore. Like the pension and the Rolex days are over. Promotion's a curse word in corporate America. Most of my friends have 4-year degrees and they still don't have jobs because most of my friends have 4-year degrees. You've got to do something different. If you do what everyone else is doing, you're going to get what everyone else has. I didn't want a job at, P.F. Chang's, Red Robin, or Subway with, $100 grand in student loan debt. And I'm not bashing that, but that's what I was looking at. I was looking at the statistics. I saw 53.6% of 2013's graduating class got a job. I looked at like 85% of college grads moving back home with mom and dad. I didn't want to graduate college and then move back in home with mom and dad. That didn't sound like a cool idea to me. I'd rather live on my own and go out there and, do something for myself, build a business. Over the next 3 to 5 years, whatever you're doing, you're going to get better at. Why not harness your potential of networking? Stop building Twitter, Instagram, social media. Start building a business that can get you paid or on a product you already spend money on when all you do is network every single day. So come to terms with where we are in the economy, and the reality is young people need to find a better way to make a lot of money. This is a performance-based income, meaning what you put into it is going to be what you get out. I've been doing this thing for about 27, 28 months now. I've introduced this concept, these products, to about 150 people. And I had about 1,500 Facebook friends before I got started. So out of those 150 friends I've shared the product with, guys, I think 15 or 16 have started the business with me, as well as a few people I've met along the way who saw my success, the Vima, BMW, whatever it was, who got excited and decided they wanted to work with me. 15 or 16 got started. They linked their storefronts to mine. So how it all works, Vima doesn't spend any money on advertising. They take that entire budget, so 50 cents on every dollar that's produced in sales for Vima is put into a pool that can be earned by people like me and Turner, who out there word of mouth advertising the products, sharing them with our friends, creating sales for the company. But it's not like, yo, buy this Verve, give me $5. It's like, hey, team up with me, open your own online storefront, or just become a consumer of the products by linking your account to mine, like a social network online, except for these products that Vima makes. And by doing that, I'm going to get credit for the products you purchase or the product sales you create. So if I introduce this concept to Turner, I'm brand new, I introduce this concept to Turner, Turner goes and tells 5 of his friends, I'm indirectly the reason that those 5 product sales occurred. You could do that with 2 different social networks. You build a large team of consumers, people consuming these products made by Vima. You're the reason that those product sales are created. So they're not going to pay a billboard, a commercial, or YouTube ad for that. Because, I mean, reality is most people don't even really look at that stuff anyway. Nobody looks at billboards and is like, yo, I'd rather go see that. I don't know some of you on the call. And if you approached me on the street and you were like, yo, this new product's sick, I'd take your advice way before a billboard. That product could be advertised on the billboard above your head, and I'd still listen to you more than that billboard. We don't really look at commercials. I watch Netflix and HBO Go primarily when I want to watch TV or a show or really anything. There's no commercials on that. YouTube ads, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, skip every single time. You're frantically clicking for a video that doesn't have an ad. So 21st century, we're immune to advertising, different ways of advertising or what really need to be harnessed. I read a Forbes article. The companies that harness word-of-mouth advertising in 2015 are going to be the ones that come out on top. Well, word-of-mouth advertising, it's December of 2014. 2015 is coming up, so we're going to come out on top. So like I said, introduced it to about 115 people. 15, 16 got started with me. 7 to this day have continued to run their online storefronts. And 7 through friends of friends of friends of friends of friends have expanded to a network of just over 1,000 product orders that ship out every single month from Vima in Scottsdale, Arizona. 1,000 orders times $150 each order. It's like 150,000. That's simple math. 150,000 a month in product sales that I create for Vima, where new people are ordering products weekly. So 150 to 200,000 a month in product sales created for Vima for my organization alone, completely separate from his. So you think about like what a person like that would be worth to a company, creating 1.2 to 1.4 million a year in sales. That's a valuable person. So you get compensated for your worth here. You decide you have a high worth, you work hard, you earn more income. My buddy Luke Kish is 18 in the company. His results not typical. He'll see close to 400,000 this year. Results not typical, which he had chose a high value for himself. He worked his butt off. He's 21 years old, 22. He worked his butt off. He's now 18 in the company, earning more income, I'd say, than most Americans. Most people, regardless of where you're from. 3% of the country owns 97% of all the money, and I believe 3% make over 100 grand a year. He's well over that. So you look at like what's possible here, what winning could do here, and it's pretty exciting. So with that, I'm going to introduce Turner Simon, Star Executive Nurse, somebody who's really seen what residual income can do for his lifestyle, lives a beautiful life, stress-free. He'll share that with you. He's going to talk about assets, residual income, and the value on building a business at a young age.
Great. Cool. Thank you. Word. Well, hope everyone's having a great night, and hope everyone had a great holiday this past week. To introduce myself, my name is Turner, like Anton said. I was blessed to be given this opportunity about 2.5 years ago by one of my good friends, Tyler Small from high school. And looking back, thank God I had an open mind, because it has completely changed my lifestyle, like Anton has said. And, from a business standpoint, from a mindset standpoint. And what I wanted to get into, guys, is what I learned 2.5 years ago that completely changed my life. And I got introduced to something called the cash flow quadrant. I read a book called Business of the 21st Century. It's written by a guy named Robert Kiyosaki. He wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which is like the best-selling business book ever. He wrote a whole nother book about this industry in particular, direct sales, calls it the business of the 21st century, which will show you right there, and gives a bunch of reasons, guys. And in the book, he introduced me and everyone who's read it to that. What is that up there?
Yep, you're good. You want me to point?
No, it's good. EBSI. So basically, guys, what that stands for, that stands for, the left side is E, employee. That's what I've been my whole entire life. I was working for $10 an hour, doing stuff I didn't want to do, and, wondering why I wasn't getting ahead because I was doing the same exact thing over and over again, expecting to get a different result. That's insanity, says Einstein, right? The bottom left is self-employed. These are people that, have their own small businesses, and they're basically a slave to their business because if they don't show up, to the sub shop at 8 a.m. and make sandwiches all day, they're not going to make any money. So if you live on the left side of the quadrant, you're not going to live a financially and time free life because you're a slave to your business or you're a slave to your job and you don't own a job, right? You might own the business, but you're always there. It's not, worth living, guys. Time is the only thing we actually have. Why would you just spend it, working? At one point, you got to enjoy your life, So the other side of the quadrant, the B and the I, that stands for business owner, like a big business owner. And the I stands for investor. And those are the people that achieve freedom in life. Those are the people on the right side of the quadrant that have the time to play golf on a Tuesday, at 2 p.m. in the afternoon and stuff like that. They have their whole life to live, which is essentially what everybody should be after, right? So at 19, when I got introduced to Vima, how was I going to start a big business? Or how was I going to invest the money I didn't have, right? And the beauty was, I could cross that threshold with Vima. What I found out in that book, Business of the 21st Century, was direct sales is literally the only thing on earth that lets somebody start a big business at a very low startup cost, little to nothing. In my opinion, it's nothing. All we do to start a business in Vima is buy their product. You're a consumer of everything every single day, whether you know it or not. You go to Starbucks, you're a consumer of Starbucks. You go to whatever, you buy that, you're a consumer of that brand, that company. So all I did was become a consumer of Vima instead of the other stuff. And this company gave me a business model behind it, like Anton just explained. And that led me at a very low startup cost to start a business. I got access to all their product line that I didn't have to spend a lot of money to create. I got access to the business model, the back office, a website, a free iPhone app. It wasn't free to make. I got access to all these business tools that cost the company a lot of money. I got for free simply by buying their product, which is crazy. So what it let me tap into was all that stuff and the ability to create that network like I had done before with Facebook, and all that other stuff that Anton mentioned, and build a network of people consuming this brand instead of the other brands. And that could be a business, except they don't have to ship product. I don't have to, take, accounting or hire people or do anything like that. I can literally access that stuff by becoming a consumer, which is crazy, and then residual income is another thing that I had no idea about that completely changed my life. So imagine, you do work once, you work for $10 an hour for, 8 hours today or whatever it is, and you do that work once and you get paid continuously on that work. Apply to Vima. I told my dad about the liquid vitamin, how it was in Men's Journal and all that stuff, how it was really good for you, clinically studied. He tried it, liked it, got on the product. It's consumable. So ExxonMobil, the biggest company in the world, they sell gasoline. If you think about it, gasoline really isn't that expensive. It's, less than $3 a gallon right now, which is cool. But they sell it in high quantities because people come back to buy it. You use it, you come again, right? Starbucks, you want it today, you want it next week, you're gonna have to come back to buy it again. So Vima is consumable. My dad drank it that first month, saw results, felt great. He bought it next month. 2.5 years down the road, he bought it again, and he'll buy it next year because it's good for him and he likes it. So you build a social network of 100 people that buy it this month, let's say for easy sake, that's, $15,000 of product sale or whatever it is. I think that if I did the math right, next month, if they stay on the product, if they like it, it's consumable, that's 15,000 next month. And then the next month. So you get paid continuously on work you do one time, which is crazy. And that revolutionized my life. You wrap your head around that. It starts at zero, but it's a growing income. What I was used to before as an employee, it wasn't a growing income. It was $10 an hour, linear, flat. It didn't change. So yeah, I didn't make a lot of money in the beginning. I hit a frenzy bonus, made about $700 in the first week, which was sweet. And then it was like $40, $20, not a lot. But my mindset in the beginning, because I read this book early on, was if I keep working at this, it's going to grow. And yeah, I might not be making $10 an hour right now, but dude, if I keep at it, at some point it's going to cross that linear, graph, if you will. It's going to cross that. It's only going to grow. So at 19, I was exposed to all this stuff. I realized the smartest thing I could probably do was to build something that was going to grow and then stay there and last, so I can build it for 3, 4, 5, 6, however long it takes to a level that I want, and it's going to stay there. And it could take you 5 years, but dude, if you have 50 grand a year coming in and you're not working after those 5 years, is that worth it to you? For me, that was worth it. I thought that was smart to do. And like Anton said, he didn't want to graduate in student loan debt and work, at PF Chang's or whatever, and I thought the best thing for me to do was to set myself up, be prepared for that, have an asset, something that money is going to keep coming back, and not necessarily have to work it 24/7. So that's really what I want to talk to you guys about tonight. Just the logic behind building a network marketing business. It's a very low startup cost, nothing if you really look at it the right way in a positive mindset, and huge potential. And it has a high potential to stay there for a while, which is smart in my opinion. So with that, did you want to add anything else?
No, you're the man.
Cool. Well, yeah, just for the new people that got on this call, keep an open mind. It might be too late to say that, but I was going to talk about how to get started.
Perfect. That's what I was going to talk about.
Cool. Well, again, like I said before, all we do is consume the beverage, whatever you want, whether it's body, if you want to lose weight, it's great pre-workouts, protein in it and stuff like that. Verve is our energy line. Coffee is $30 billion in the United States, 180 billion worldwide, which is a crazy huge market. So whatever product from Vimo, all you do is consume that, you get the business model for free, right? So the cheapest way is about $150. It's the cheaper way, but not the smartest way, in my opinion. If you want to hit the ground running, by the way, you get 2 cases. It's just product. You're just buying product. You get all the business tools for free. The best way to come in is called an affiliate pack. This is what I got. I had about $700 because I've been working that $10 an hour job that first summer for the first month of it. $500. You get 7 cases of product. There's different affiliate packs. You get a variety of different stuff. So it really it lets you expose the greatest number of people with the products, which is important because if you open up a t-shirt store and you have about 3 t-shirts, you're going to run out and then you're not going to get any more customers. You're not going to find people that want to consume what you have, right? So if you have more product, you can show to more people. We don't sell it individually. We just share it with them. Hey, you like it? Cool. The only place to get it is offline. Stuff like that. So we don't actually sell individual cans to people. We simply share the product line if they want to, get it for themselves. They want to receive it. They don't go down to the store because you showed it to them. They just go off a website. It's easier. It's Amazon.com. What did Amazon do last year? So
$70 billion.
$70 billion, guys. Everything's moving towards online marketing, online, sales, getting it shipped to your doorstep. I think it's a lot easier to walk down my fridge and get a Mojo, which is our coffee line, than it is to go anywhere else and wait in line and stuff like that. And it's a lot better for me, and I like it a lot more, so it's more convenient. So a variety of different products plus 2 extra bonuses that make it completely worth it. If you hit either of them, just set a goal to hit one, and you will, and stick to it and have faith that you're going to hit it. First one is how I made $700 in the first week, right? So 3 people, if you introduce to the business side and they get involved in the same affiliate pack, you're making about $700, which was my first goal my first week. I wanted to profit, be in the green, and have a story that can show people, hey, this is working. I did that, and my best friend Tyler, who found me, did it twice and made about $1,400, which is crazy. That's a lot of excitement. This brand new business we started, we got off on a great foot. So that's the first bonus. The second bonus is a car program. It's called the Premier Club.
Should be keys next year.
Whatever. But you hit the 4th rank up in the company. It's called Diamond. It's about 100 orders through your group. And that's not you going out and finding 100 people. It's you find whoever finds whoever, through the networks. Within 6 relationships, the planet. The whole 6 degrees of separation thing, which is nuts. So you can tell a couple of people, that leads to 100. You're at the rank of Diamond, which is about $1,000 a month-ish, maybe a little over, $400 towards a car payment. They slap Vimo decals on the side. It's pretty nasty. So when we got involved 2.5 years ago, it was BMW, Mercedes-Benz, or the Mini Cooper, which we don't talk about, nobody gets. So we both got Beamers. And if you're thinking about that, get a Beamer because they're dope. But now they open up to anything. any car over 30 grand. So kids are getting Cadillacs. I have a kid in the UK got an Audi Corvette. Oh,
Corvette.
Richard Bischoff has a Corvette C7.
Corvette's
So pretty much whatever you want,
Lexus.
which is pretty cool.
Escalade.
And it's a business tool, you know, and the miles you drive for business meetings, you write it off. I didn't talk about that at all, but taxes, dude. You know, you're a sole proprietor with Vima. So you run your own business. You work wherever. So any money you put into the business is tax deductible. You take it off. So you made, you know, $100,000 or $100, you know, this year. You spent $50 driving to meetings, taking your team out to dinner on product. You can consume Verve to run your business, which is eliminating expense from your real, you know, life if you go out and buy stuff like it, which you do. And you can write that money off, which is crazy because it's you know, supplies, it's tools, which is crazy, guys. So the tax benefits that we get with a W-9 form over a W-2 is insane. So do a little research on that, guys. And if you're young in the call, dude, it's never too early to start, you know, building an asset for your future. I'm so thankful I got, you know, involved at 19 and not, you know, 25 or 30, you know, when I didn't know about the cash flow quadrant and stuff like that, guys. So it's crazy what it's done for me. It's done a lot. You know, obviously Anton can attest to that too with his life, and it's working for a lot of people. There's about over 75 people making over a 6-figure income, which is crazy. It's attainable. But even, you know, $500 a month, dude, what would that do for your lifestyle? If you're at school, it can eliminate, you know, you can get a car or whatever you want, which is pretty crazy, guys. So takeaway, it's working, dude. It's going to continue to work. It is for you. Phenomenal. We work as a team. We get paid on team volume sales. So what that means is people have a vested interest in helping you if you're new. When I got involved, dude, a kid was already making money. His buddy, Luke. I was like, yo, Luke, how did you do that? Teach me. Let's go together. You know, actually, he said that to me, which is cool. So we ran with it together. He had a vested interest in teaching me how to become successful with the business, because if I became successful, so did he. It's different than everything else I've ever been around, dude. At my $10 an hour job, my boss was not going to teach me how to make his kind of money. If he taught me how to become a manager, why would they need him? Why would they need 2 managers? They don't. But if I'm at the rank of star executive, I want to reach down and bring somebody up with me, because if they can reach my level, it's going to push me up. You know, and it doesn't mean that he can't, you know, out-earn me. It's a very fair system with the binary, but, you know, you guys can look at the compensation plan later. It's not confusing, just not something I should get into right now. So with that, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. That's all I got. Do you have anything else?
No.
Cool. Word. Well, have a good night, guys. Feel free to reach out to either of us. We're on Facebook and whatnot, and we build this thing pretty much full time. So yeah, hit us up, guys. Have a good night. Peace.
Snapchat.